how do you see yourself using De Rosario in terms of the lineup? You preferred a flat 4-4-2 last year. Do you see him being used as a central midfielder or being out wide, used as a striker?
Well, it's the advantage of having good players. Good players determine the system and style that you play. What I'm excited about is having an asset like Dwayne, that you can pick from. As I said, when you look at the league, there's probably 2 or 3 players that have made such an impact since it started, and Dwayne's one of them. So to have such a special player to be able to even select from is exciting for me. Where he'll end up playing, you've just heard him. He's a winner. He'll make his way on the field, and I think if I put him at left back, I think he'd be just excited to be on the field and playing for Toronto. So that's not a problem.
At last year's end of the year press conferences, you sat in a room full of people, half as full as this, and said that things turn quickly and that things were, on the right track. And a lot of us didn't see that with the roster that you had then. Have things turned at the club now?
I said that about halfway through the season, Kurt, and you didn't believe me. As I always said last season, was it going to be a bit of short-term pain for long-term gain. And I know it was hard potentially for everybody to see. It was hard, but we were obtaining assets, we were obtaining salary cap room, we were putting ourselves in a position, we had targets, and Dwayne obviously being one of them. And now I think you're starting to see it. I know you probably didn't trust from the past, and I don't want to look up in the past because it's the future now, but we're moving in the right direction. I think with some of the acquisitions that we've made and we're probably going to make, I think you guys can judge for yourself that I think it's moving in a very positive direction. And Dwayne today, and Jordan even more, I think you've got one of the most important things was getting Dwayne was not just his ability on the field, but you've got one of the most experienced Canadian international players that's got so much experience playing for the national team to give to our young pups coming through. Jordan being one of them, Kyle Becker, John Azurio, Ashton Morgan, Danelle Henry, some super young talented young players. So in that whole thing, it's not just his talent, it's everything moving forward as an organisation as well.